The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, how you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good? Yeah. No heat stroke over the weekend?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, huh? Did you play golf on Saturday?
Played golf on Saturday.
What time do y'all go out till about 12:30, don't you?
12:30.
So y'all played in that 90-degree heat?
It wasn't too bad.
94, 95.
Had a nice little breeze. It was nice out there.
Breeze out there on the golf course.
Wasn't too bad.
Not too bad at all.
No.
Good.
Good day.
Good day.
Had a good time.
All right. Always fun out there on the golf course, isn't it? Out there with the buddies, having fun.
Had a good time.
All right. And speaking of good times, it sounds like the Wayne County All-Star teams are doing pretty good in district.
Yeah. Hopefully some more district championships today, but a lot of titles won over the weekend. So I think said they got 11 teams. They're looking for 8 to advance to state. So congrats to all those teams.
So several district winners already, and many of the teams still playing to try to be a district winner. And is it just the district winners that go to state? Is that correct?
No, some are taking 2.
Some are taking 2. Some just the district winner.
One took 3.
Okay.
One group took 3 teams. So because one team already forfeited from state. So, but again, most of the leagues are taking 2.
Okay. And still a tournament going on out at Bill Morris Park?
Right. They've got several girls teams in action today. So.
Okay. Does that wrap up today or does it continue on?
I think it wraps up
up today out there? Y'all be careful out there if you're out there because it's going to be a hot, humid day, around 96. Heat index value is near 100. But we do have that 50% chance of afternoon showers later in the afternoon and 60% at night. And I hope we do get some. It'd be nice to cool the temperatures off a little bit and get a little moisture down on the ground. So hopefully it will rain. But we'll see.
Had tremendous crowds out there this weekend, Friday and Saturday at the ballpark. So the place was packed Friday. So.
Man.
Nice tournament run by the rec department. So a lot of teams in for the district event. So big crowds over in Waycross as well. So again, it's off to a successful summer. Like I said, 8 of the 11 teams look like they're going to state. So several district championships already in 8U, 10U, 14U, all have won so far. So my congrats to those champions.
And I'd like to say good luck today to the Piranhas swim team, the recreation swim team. They're in action today. As I said, my grandson doesn't know where he was going. He just knew he was going swimming. in a swim meet somewhere. Yeah. So they usually swim on Mondays. I think this is their second or third swim meet for the Piranha swim team. And we wish them the best season as the month continues on. And next thing you know, we'll have the qualifiers for state here in the studio with us as we normally do every single year in July.
I think I talked to Speck over the weekend. The district tennis and district golf events are this week as well. So hopefully some more kids going to state in those sports, in tennis and golf.
Okay. It's good to have those numbers out there in these spring sports.
It's just a busy summer for the recreation department. A lot going on.
Good to see a bunch of kids out there doing outdoor activities, putting those electronics down and going out there and having some fun out there in the sun, no matter what kind of sport they're playing.
Normally we get some results on the swim team. I haven't seen any results yet, so I know it's hard to get those results the day of the meet, but normally a couple of days afterwards they send it to us, but I haven't seen anything yet from the Piranha swim team.
Okay.
So I don't know who's in charge of
sending
that information.
I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't had to. I took Maddox to swim while school was still going on, practice. But now that school's out, I haven't had to take him to practice, and so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But we just wish him the best, and as I know that down the line, they'll look forward to having a regulation size pool, but that's a few years down the line. But right now, they still have that swimming pool in the backyard of a person that is set up for them to practice. And so we wish them the best. The Piranha swim team, and of course the golf team, he said, and the tennis team doing district this week already.
already. Yeah.
Already district.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. They've been playing for a little while then. In the golf, in the tennis. All right, you got meetings coming up this week. Which one? Who's meeting this week? Which boards or commissions are meeting?
The city of Jesup meeting today, and I set all those times and schedule for the swimming pool. Again, that pool's about ready to open. Again, the water's in, fences around, so they're supposed to finalize everything. Set the grand opening date today at that meeting. Also, budget discussions, City Hall today, and then tomorrow the school board has the 2 meetings, one at 5 and one at 6. The 5 o'clock is for public participation. People can talk to the board about their proposed budget. So that's all taking place tomorrow at the Tech Center. But the city meeting is today at City Hall, and that gets underway at 6 p.m. So and they'll set the rates and schedule for the pool, and also talk about their budget. And I'll hope and have their budgets done by end of the month, because they all start July 1.
Okay.
Budget time.
Budget time. Crunch them numbers.
Money must be growing on trees. Must have plenty of it.
I haven't seen one of those trees, Bob. Have you?
I haven't either, but
yeah.
Apparently some of these government buildings have it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you know how it is. When times are perking right along, the tax money comes in. When times are not as good, then tax money goes down, and they have to cut back. It's that ebb and flow. They're not in the business to make money, so whatever tax money they bring in, they spend, and they put some back just for hard times, and then during the bad times, they cut back. So it's just the way government is.
Tomorrow's school board meeting ought to be interesting, because we'll get an update on where they stand on those two. East Bloss was passed, and they've got to build those 2 buildings, the ag facility and the ROTC facility. But again, they opened 5 bids at the last meeting. They didn't like the bids at all, so I'm not sure if they just rebid the projects or what they're going to do. But should get an update on where they stand tomorrow at that meeting. But like I said, right now they backed up and punted because they don't like the.
Is that too much money?
Too much money. Those $9 to $10 million bids just.
You can always talk to the other school. The other schools where they've seen these facilities, the ag facilities and ROTC, and see how they built them for the kind of lot less money than these bids came in on, and see how that works out. So I'm sure they're doing their due diligence to do what's best for the citizens of Wayne County and all the different entities out there that supported the SPLOST and was promised monies from it to help out the different things going on at school, from ROTC to the Ag Center, to buses, to technology, to athletics. There was a whole bunch of coalition that came together to try to help get the E-SPLOST passed, and it passed. So hopefully things will work out. We'll see.
It's just going to be interesting to see where they're going, like I said, because they're not going where they were going. So we'll see how it all plays out. But like I said, those buildings need to be built. And I said they need an ROTC facility, they need an ag facility. Those were the 2 main projects. And like I said, they're going to be built. The question is at what cost. So we'll see where they go from here.
Okay. Now, the plans for the Ag Center, if I remember correctly, is going to be across the street there, across from Joey Williams from the high school. Is that correct? Where the
I think it's going to be down the road on the same side of the road is what I thought.
Oh, I thought you said it was going to be built across the road because it was too low down there. And then we were talking about, were they going to have to move the cross-country track? So you're thinking they're building to the right of the track? I thought you had mentioned they were building across from the school.
I could be wrong, but I thought the plan was to build it.
I know originally it was planned to go to the right of the track, but I don't know. It would be good. What I'm saying is it'd be good not to mess up the cross country track. That's a good one. That is a good cross country trail that Coach Broadhead set up several years ago, and it would be good to be able to keep that. But I'm not sure exactly still what the plans are for them to where they're going to build that.
They've got so much land. They own all that land across the street. Because when they first built that school, they had plans to build the entire athletic facility across the street, tennis courts, baseball field,
Baseball,
football, everything. I mean,
everything.
Yeah, it was a Taj Mahal. It was just
I
like
didn't think
everything.
they got that much land over there.
Yeah,
I know
own
that
all that land, all the way down the road. That's all Wayne County Board of Education property.
You can only go so far left because it gets. If you go. All right, let's say that you're looking at the high. Let's say that you're looking at the track.
They got that whole road on the other side of the road, all the way
looking
down
at the track,
from the
it gets
from the
pretty
red
low
light
down
to the
there.
red light. They own all that property. They own it all.
They don't have all the way red light. You got a church down there, and you other things. You got wetlands down in there that you
I'm
have
talking
to.
about across the street from the school.
Yeah, but there's no red light there. Yeah, across the street where the tennis courts are, and
They own all that land all the way down that road.
And they have the cross country there. You got the tennis courts there, and if you decide to build a football stadium there, that's going to take up a lot of room with that and the parking and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see where all that's going to go eventually one day.
Back in the day when they built the Wayne County High School, they were going to build everything, but they said, no, we're going to save money, we're going to build that later. Well, 20 years later, they haven't built anything. That's the way it goes.
Well, they did. They built the tennis courts and constructed the cross country trail.
Yeah, they got the tennis courts because somebody donated it. And somebody gave money for that.
Somebody gave money for that?
Yeah.
I thought the money came from the taxes because Mr. Swingle wanted it built, and he made sure that the money went toward that. Or did someone?
That's not what I remember. I remember somebody that was a big time tennis gave that money. That's what I remember.
They didn't name the courts after them.
They didn't want it.
They didn't want that court's named after them.
They just wanted to give the money.
They just wanted to give the money and have that done. Now we've
to.
seen that done before. I remember one time on the Butch and Bob show many years ago, we were talking about how the Touchdown Club was on here and said they needed $10,000 to completely redo the I guess the surface, the grass and all that in the JC Stadium. Take it down, put new dirt in there, put grass in there, and all that. And it was going to take about $10,000, and they were trying to get money for that. And after the world famous Butch and Bob show, somebody called up the president of the Touchdown Club and say, "I'm going to donate the $10,000 for y'all to be able to resurface the JC Stadium there, Donaldson, Madrid, now Haas Field." And they kept anonymous. So sometimes that does happen. Yeah, you do have folks that give money to have things built. Just like you, Bob, you said, if you won the $500 million lottery, you'd donate and have J.C. Morgan Field out there, stadium. J.C. Morgan Stadium.
We can't rename the stadium. I said that's the name of the press box.
J.C. So it'd be the Morgan. It'd be.
I said I'd just donate so they'd build a brand new stadium. I said if I win the lottery, I'll donate it. We need a stadium bad.
Yeah.
1957 is a long time.
Yeah, when you have a school board member come on here and say the thing ought to be condemned, that's pretty bad.
I said it many times. Worst decision ever made. They had a chance to build that brand new stadium, renovate the entire thing with a 6-lane track.
Renovate, yeah.
Yeah, but $2.1 million project, turf field, brand new bleachers, brand new concession stand, brand new everything. But look, they nixed that for a 8-lane track out at near the high school. So
yeah, they could have gone either way. You had the athletic director and coaches and all that who wanted the 6-lane track and the refurbished JC Stadium, and decided to go with the track at the high school.
Yeah, my good friend Jay Brinson came in there with the plan and begged the board to go that way, but they voted against him. So the rest is history.
It could have been refurbished already, real nice, comfortable, safe.
Brand new stadium, brand
6-lane
new field,
track, which
6-lane track,
which
run
is a lot of track people have today. I mean, you think about how you don't have all the big numbers out in track, so 6 lanes have been plenty.
$2.1 million project, lock, stock, and barrel.
$2.1 million don't go as far now as it did.
I know about
many years ago.
Back then, that was the proposal.
That was the proposal.
Plan.
Right. Everybody was on board
out there,
except for the school board, and they decided to go the other way.
Superintendent, football coach, track coach, everybody on board. Board said, "Nah, we're going
with the new track.
We're going 8-lane track at the school." So
it still would have been a new track. it's just it would have been resurfaced there at JC Stadium, and it'd been 6 lanes, and but you would have had a refurbished JC Stadium.
It would have been around the football field.
Yeah, just like it is
a lot
now.
of places have.
Just like the old one. When I was talking with one of my classmates at the class of 72 70th birthday reunion a couple of weekends ago, him and one other guy and me made it the state that year to Jefferson, Georgia. We all qualified for state from district. And we're talking about he's lived in California. He lives in Washington, D.C. now, or was, and then now he lives in Atlanta. But apparently he hasn't been out there to JC Stadium in all these times he's been back to town. Because I told him, I said, we used to run on a clay track. It was clay, okay? Right. And then sometime, I guess in the 80s, I'm not sure when, they decided to surface it with the asphalt. And he said, they did? And I said, yeah. He said, but that's rough on the knees, isn't it? And I said, yeah, but it was better than, having nothing. And told him, I said, you need to go by and take a look at the new track facility at the high school, and take a look at that if you get a chance to. The weekend before last, to go there and take a look at it, because it's nice. And so whether he did or not, I don't know. But we were talking about both of us on that track team all together for 4 years, and he was hurdles and mid-range running and stuff like that, and qualified for state, but talking about running on the clay track. It was clay.
Getting a lot of use, that 8-lane track.
Yeah. Always busy out there, isn't it, Bob? Well, it has to be used for school events. That he did ask me. He says, "Open the public." I said, "No, you couldn't have a track with a track surface open to the public, because it would mess up in no time. You got to have a durable surface like an asphalt circle if you're going to have it open up to the public." But we were just talking about, when we were together, about the clay track that we both had to run around there at JC Stadium on that dirt, which wasn't too bad. The clay was packed down there; it wasn't too bad.
At least the football team's getting some good use, because that's a nice place to practice football. Yeah.
The inside the track there is it's a full field inside there. It's like any track. And so they get that.
That's where the football practice takes place every day.
Practicing there, and then if they want to run some laps, if the coach says, "All right, run some laps," you can run laps around the track there at the high school. But it'll be interesting to see tomorrow night what the school board decides to do, which directions they decide to go in with the $30 million that'll be coming in on the East Blast.
Wish would give us an update on where they're going to go. I said, they're going to rebid, or they just, they got to ask for I said, Todd Wise suggested they only spend $5 million on both projects. So did they go to architects, say we want something for that price? I just don't know how they're going or what the process is.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out from you, which you'll find out from the school board being in the meeting tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yep, find out tomorrow which way they're going, and hopefully it'll all be good.
Yep. And like I said, tomorrow night we should get an idea of what date the pool at the Craig Williams Park's going to open up. And I said it's ready to go.
That's tonight.
That's tonight.
We'll find out when the pool. I rode by the other day, and it's the same L-shaped design as it was before. Yeah. It's just that there's not a deep end now. It's 5 feet. It's 5 feet and so forth. And but it's still that same size, same L shape. Then of course they got the splash pad for the kids and all that kind of stuff. But looking good there with the pool at Cracker Williams. Yeah,
they're excited. Just ready to set the prices and the opening date, and we'll have all that tomorrow here on the local news. Because that meeting takes place today at 6.
Okay. All right, Bob. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.